All right, Nate, it's Andreas from the Sporting News. My first question, man, is going back to your first fight with Conor McGregor. People counted you out. You were a big underdog. You proved everybody wrong that night. Is this kind of similar? Because a lot of people are counting you out because you've never boxed before. Are you looking forward to proving people wrong again?
Yeah, for sure. And they always count me out. And so it's nothing new. And this there's a lot of haters out there. So they get to see what's up.
You sparred with
Hate
Andre
after
Ward
the
years ago.
fact. Don't hate before the fact. Wait till it's done and then talk your talk when they don't know nothing about nothing. Even people who they think know something about something, they actually know nothing about nothing. Most people don't know about boxing. That's the comedy. Who said that? Kevin
Roger
Hart.
Mayweather.
Roger Mayweather. Kevin Hart was making for real.
So Nate, you sparred with Andre Ward years ago. If you got an opportunity to box, have you thought about boxing during your UFC career? Is this the first opportunity that's really presented itself?
My whole career, and my brother was trying to box back in the day. They were calling him with all kinds of Roy Jones and Vargas like 10, 15, 18 years ago. And they were not having it. They were like, "Nah, you're ours." He was like, "You got ours. You got in boxing." I had people trying to buy me out of my contract for years, and all it would do is ante me up, ante me up, ante me up, and it was like I wanted out to do that, but it was hard to leave.
Do you think the UFC made a mistake in letting you go? They could have co-promoted a fight with you like they did with Conor and made a lot of money, but they didn't choose to do that, which they let you out your contract. Would you have been open to the opportunity?
Yeah, it would have been cool too. Repping the UFC and rocking with them to do something, but and also I just need a breath of fresh air from the UFC for a second. And even being away from it makes me miss it and want appreciate more stuff in it. Because they got a lot of stuff getting going on too. And good and bad, it's like any job, right? So it's cool to breathe and actually look at it from a different perspective now.
Like you said, you needed a break from MMA. So does that mean, regardless of what happens against Jake Paul, we're going to see you again in another boxing match?
100%. I'll be boxing again and doing MMA again. Probably grappling again, wrestling, and all that.
Speaking of grappling, George St. Pierre just said he's going to enter submission grappling. Is that something you've put your name out there? Nate Diaz versus GSP?
Yeah, maybe at some point, not at the moment while I'm doing all this, but like I said, with every fight, everything changes. So I'll get this fight out the way and then regroup and see what I want to do from there. But it's going to be something.
The last question is, like you, we talked about Francis, Tyron Woodley. A lot of people have gone into boxing. They've talked about how much money they've made. A lot of people have made a lot of money in boxing, and they see. Are you guys laying a blueprint for other UFC fighters or other MMA fighters to try something else and to make some money on the other side? Are you guys laying that blueprint?
There was already a blueprint. Yeah, a big one now because everybody's watching. But there's been the blueprint. It's like even Conor fighting Mayweather was a big thing. So that's already what I've been wanting to do. And like I was saying about Nick, how they we're calling Nick years ago to fight Roy Jones and Fernando Vargas and a bunch of other people way back, but they weren't having it. So it's like, so when they did that thing with those guys, that's when it was like, what the? We've been trying to do this for years, and now they're making like these guys are the geniuses and the guys are partner. And so yeah, I felt it was going to be a part of the one doing it, but I wish it could have been done a long time ago.
I'm sorry, Nate. There was one other question. Is there any interest in you fighting Jake in a real fight, which would be an MMA fight since he's over at the PFL?
Yeah. We're doing this right now, and like I said before, every fight something different happens. So if that's an option, I'm sure at some point we'll be fine again too.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Nate. I appreciate the time.
All right, thanks for the time. All right.
Nate.